Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has started a fresh delineation of electoral wards and polling units in the Warri Federal Constituency, Delta State. Over 50 persons comprising technical officers and support staff from national headquarters and state office have been on ground in the 3 local government areas in Warri, Delta State. The delineation will end on Wednesday, 27th July 2024. However, despite protests against the delineation of wards and polling units, Itsekiris ethnic group have vowed to prove that they are the original occupants of Warri in Delta State amid the Supreme Court's judgment. Joining us now on the show is Prince Collins Orishetimei Edema, sole representative of the Olu of Warri to NNPCL, and Amechi Ogbonna, member Okere community in Warri, Delta State. Good morning, sirs, and welcome to the morning show.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We have Chief, I think it would be correct to say Chief Amechi Ogbonna and Chief Collins Edema, addressing this subject. The last time we had 2 guests on this program. We had a representative of the lawyer who represented the Ijaws in this matter. We also had Chief Okumagba, who was also, or rather, a member of the Okumagba family who was here. And at issue on that day is that Itsekiris people, the protest that the Itsekiris are putting up in this delineation of wards by INEC has already been determined by court, and that Itsekiris leaders are doing long truth. Because, according to Okumagba, who was sitting where you are sitting, that the matter have been determined in Udunu and others versus Okumagba. That the land, the areas in Warri municipality, communal lands, that the Itsekiris are laying claim to do not belong to Itsekiris. There is another case, Urobo versus Urubu, I think, which is also about communal land. So is it true that Itsekiris are trying to claim what does not belong to them over the delineation of wards by INEC? I know concerned Itsekiris leaders, including Rita Lori, Okpebo, and others, are saying that the Itsekiris are in the right. So we have an opportunity today to hear from the Itsekiris and for you to also talk about the role of INEC in this matter. Let's start with you, Collins Edema.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I'm happy that you people gave us the opportunity to come and speak to facts and present documents certified through copy of court judgments on all adjudications that have been on since 1924, about a century. I will not want to say much on what I will term beer parlor gossips that were said here, especially from a lawyer who called himself Omare. First of all, Omare is not an Ijaw word. Omare, let's start from himself. Omare is an Itsekiris word. For him to bear, or his forefathers, to bear an Itsekiris name means that either of 2 things has happened in the past. Either his forefathers were domestic servants to the Itsekiris, or they were used in the past as, of course, customary tenants and all that. Omare does not have meaning in Itsekiris. He was saying he is in a total agreement with what Okumagba said. And is, to me, for that alone, the Nigeria Bar Association should debar him. Because the Ijaws, which he belonged to.
Chief Edema,
yes, sir.
There's something in law called testamentary libel. So don't libel the dead. Just stay with the basic issues.
That's where I'm going to.
That the man's put up. Yeah,
the Ijaws have been barred from bringing any case against the Itsekiris over ownership of Warri since 1964. And in 2012, Justice Marshall Mokoro barred them again. In March this year, the Amasoko of Ogbitse was in court from 2020 to March 2024 over claims of ownership of land in Warri Urban. And the case was dismissed based on previous judgment cases that have gone to Supreme Court and back, that in fact they should be fined because he wanted a situation where he will be getting royalties from Warri South local government. And he was told point blank that the Ijaws of Ogbitse does not have land in Warri Urban or any part of Warri South local government. So we are not just speaking for academic exercise or to brag. It's not a bragging right. It has been determined long ago, since around 1926, in a case involving Noma and Ometa, and that those in Warri that are not Itsekiris, if you are in Igbudu area, you are anywhere in Warri, and I'm talking of Warri Urban, you are not an Itsekiri person, you are not an indigene of Warri. You are a customary tenant to the Itsekiris. It's not the Itsekiris that said so, it's the court of law. And if Omare is a lawyer, I should keep to that.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Because of our time, we would like to hear from Chief Ogbonna. Just in terms of that response, it was a very robust conversation, and we had said actually that it would have been balanced if we had representatives, Itsekiri representatives. So it's great to have you here. Then said a number of things that you cannot say that, especially for Warri Township, which has mainly Ijaw people, saying that it is, Warri belongs to Itsekiri. What's your take on that? I'm sure you watched that interview. What's your response to their claims?
Well, let me clear the air. Warri is a kingdom of its own. The Ijaws has been defined by the law court as tenants. Warri belongs to the Itsekiris. That does not mean we cannot live together as one family. Two, the Ijaws in 1981, Ijaws of Ogbitse, Isaba, in 1981, under the UPN government of Governor Ali, protested that they want to go back to their kin in Brutu local government area. The then Bende State House of Assembly, led by Alegbe, Deputy Speaker Okbozo, moved a motion to relocate them back to Brutu local government area. And they were told, you can go back to your Brutu local government. The 1 inch of the land will not be transferred. And they went back. Then in 1984, they started protesting again that they have been treated as second-class citizens in Brutu local government, that they want to come back to Warri local government. And the then military administrator sympathized with them and brought them back. Then on the other hand, on the Okere issue, it is clear Okere is different from Warri. Okere is a community of its own, out of Warri. The matter Okmagba cited here is Okere case between the Okere people, and the court made it clear that the land in question belongs to the Okere people. Okere is made up of 6 quarters.
But it is called Okere Urobo.
No, I'm coming, sir. There's no place called Okere Urobo. The establishment of Okere Urobo started when Fegabo was made military administrator of Delta State. And before then, there was litigation which Justice Obi gave judgment in favor of Okere people that Okere is Okere. Okere does not have kingdom. Okere does not have a clan. Okere is one made up of 6 quarters. And out of the 6 quarters, we have a quarter that belongs to the Urobos. Not the Urobos of Okmagba alone. You have the Urobos from Okpaka, which is the Okorosobo family. You have the Urobos of Efuru, which is the Kurembu family. You have the Urobos from Onwia, which is the Tenants family. You could recall the Commissioner of Police, Bishop Tenants. That is where it comes from. He's from Okere, but they migrated from Onwia to that place. So many set of Urobos living there. So Okere has 6 quarters, 1 quarter for the Urobos of different ethnic stock. The Udum Urobo people, which is the Okmagba people, migrated from Ukpari. Migrated from Ukpari to come and settle in Okere. The man who founded Ukpari, which is Igbozwe, left Benin 1645. Why Ekmen left Benin 1497. There's mathematics in history. Look at the gap. Because Arukunle, who was then the Olaraja, married the daughter of Okpeki, which is Idiboye. That was how they came to Okere to stay. I am from that same family. My mother is Osiegba, my grandmother is Osiegba, who gave birth to my mother. So I'm part of them. For him to come here to elude Okere case as Warri case. No. The Warri case has been decided by the Supreme Court and Privy Council Court. Okay. So there's two different entities.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for that insight. Another point that came out was the dichotomy as regards Agbasa, because having stayed in Warri, I know the Agbasa Juju. In fact, I have seen the Agbasa Juju celebration, and they claim that, because the Agbasa Juju was celebrated largely by the Urhobos, that Agbasa area should be, to the Urhobos. Another conversation here is this local government law 1980. Instrument establishing Warri Local Government Council. The instrument cited as establishing, the Warri Local Government Council shall be deemed to have gone into for the 23rd day of January 1980, thereby establishing according to Section 3 of the Local Government Council, here to be known as Warri Local Government Council. The area of the Warri Council shall be the following areas: Warri Urban, that's Ekurede District, where it is now largely known as Ekurede Shekiri, Ekurede 1, Ekurede 2, Owuwangwe, Ogunu, Ejeba, all those areas where Shell is, NNPC quarters, New Ode Shekiri layout, Okere District, Okere layout, Odion Igbudu District, including Odion layout, Igbudu Dockyard, Daudu Street, Daudu Aldasta, Pesu, around that Pesu Market area, Bowen Avenue, Bomale Creek, Market Road up to Bomale Creek, Urban Central District, including Bomale, Omashola, Crescent Road, Robert Road area, Warri Main Market, and Government Reserve area. Then there's the Ode Shekiri part, which is the Ode Shekiri, Orugbo, and other parts in that. Can you also speak to that area, please? This 1980 law that talks about...
Yes, this was the law that gave birth to what was then known as Warri Local Government Council. This Warri Local Government Council later, of course, was disintegrated or splitted into Warri South, Warri Southwest, and Warri North. Of course, before now... The
headquarters in Koko.
In Koko. Before now, the places you have mentioned has been litigated upon in 1925, 1926. By Donuma, and in that case, it was clearly stated that the head chief of Odion, I've given you the document, the head chief of Odion is Jekri, which is Shekiri. The head chief of Fugbe is Jekri. The Agbasa village is known as Bomali, which you already said. Okay. The Shekiri call it Bomali because there is a creek there.
So who is the Urhobos that call it Agbasa?
It's the Urhobos that call it Agbasa because of the Ajuju. And it has been stated on oath that it is the Shekiris that gave them the place to stay out of our forefathers' magnanimity. It was even stated by the judge before giving his judgment that what he sees is that over time, the Agbasa people that were given land to stay, they have grown in wealth, in size, in numbers, and they now feel buoyant enough to want to challenge their landlord and question the overlordship of the Olu of Warri of a land that was given to them out of magnanimity to stay. They were given the land to stay on the condition that they will be going to the Shekiri to clear grass for the Olu of Warri. And they were doing that is on oath. Chief Ikburi testified on oath. He stated that there was a case between Augustus also, it was two Urhobos that were saying that Chief Ikburi testified again that they are servants of the Olu. They were given all this land, including Ejeba, to stay on the condition that they will always render service to the Olu of Warri. And they have been doing that over the years without any default until 1925 that they started raising their shoulders that they will no longer do it. In fact, that the land is no longer a Shekiri land. Like I said, the judge stated it. That what he found out is that over time, the Urhobos of Agbasa have grown in size and numbers. Of course, they have kith and kins from Agbaroto that came to join them. They now feel they are big enough to challenge the Shekiri people. And one thing they said that day, that there is no Shekiri in Warri Urban. In this document, this is 1980 document, it's not something that was just made up yesterday. You will see that under Warri Urban, you see Ekurede 1, Ekurede 2, which It's now Okere Itsekiris and Okere Robo because we gave them some place to stay. You see Ubuangwe, you see NMPC quarters, you see new Itsekiris layout. You may not know new Itsekiris layout because the name has been changed. That's where Federal Government College is today.
Yeah.
Federal Government College down to Okere Robo.
That's just opposite the Shell Gate.
Yes, opposite Shell Gate. That's
Gate.
what was new Itsekiris layout as at then, but now they changed it. So over the years, I was here some time ago on your afternoon program, I said that the battle over Itsekiris land from Ologbo area in Edo State to Escravos, which is Ugborodo, has always been about our oil. Since oil was discovered around 1963 by Chevron, when we had...
Because the Robos also say they are the largest oil producing area. In fact, I think Ogbonna said that the last time he came. Can you challenge that? You want to challenge that?
He's just speaking...
no, what are the facts? Give us the facts.
The fact is there, one, first of all, I submitted that document that day. We have the monthly production index of the NMPC. It clearly shows all oil wells,
so who
all
produces
fields.
More?
Of course, the Itsekiris, we produce around 32% of Nigerian oil. We are the only the largest single ethnic group.
So why did he say that day?
Well, do you know when you are talking, like I challenged him on several public print media, that he should name the oil wells and the location. For instance, I can tell you today, Okan Field, Okan is one in Itsekiris, has about 88 oil wells. You have Meji, it has about 63 oil wells. We have Meta, we have Mere, we have all of this. So when you accumulate all this together, you know that
what about
it's
the
just...
Isokos?
Yeah, sometimes the robots even try to claim Isoko people.
What about the IRA fields?
IRA field, all this, I have seen the data. Some of these fields don't even have crude oil.
Well, gentlemen, let's go back to the main issue. We've talked about land and the quarrel over land. It's been there, age-old, customary land dispute. Now, this exercise, INEC is now on the ground. They've sent officials to Baramatu Kingdom to start the exercise. I think Okporosa is the headquarters of the Bamaratu Kingdom to begin the delineation. And INEC is acting on the basis of Supreme Court ruling. Warri South now, the thing is to have 2 additional wards, right? And then in the Warri South, Warri Federal Constituency, there will be other delineations. Now, I think it's the Itsekiris group complaining that the head of the operation is Ijaws. They don't want him. They say the head of the, another head of the operation is also an Ijaws man. They don't want him. Concerned Itsekiris elders are asking for neutral officers. Is it the case that in Okere, in other parts of Itsekiris Kingdom, you have accepted the Supreme Court judgment? All you are now concerned about, this exercise which appears to have started, is the neutrality of INEC. Let me start with you this time, Amechi Ogbonna.
Yeah, let me clear the air on INEC. INEC has exhibited biasness against the Itsekiris. When Justice Auta gave ruling in 2003 that the 10th ward should be maintained, that the 12th ward is illegal, he named the wards that are legitimate wards in Warri South and asked INEC to apply by it. INEC wrote 2 letters to their office in Asaba. But as I speak to you, INEC is still operating, conducted the last election based on the illegal 12th ward. So INEC does not have respect for rule of law. The question is this: what is special in this judgment that you failed to implement the judgment of Justice Auta since 2003? Why are you implementing this one now? But let me clear one thing.
No. The rule in law is that the latest ruling by the Supreme Court overtakes the other one.
No,
you cannot say a later judgment is inferior to an earlier one.
If they say the current Supreme Court judgment supersedes the other one, they should remove the 2 members from the House of Assembly. They should remove the 2 of them from the House of Assembly and conduct a fresh election into the State House of Assembly. So what we are trying to say, I don't think the Itsekiris are afraid of delineation. They are not. Their complaint is that the 2 technical heads are from one ethnic group that is fighting the tribe. That is simple. That is just the argument.
So Itsekiris is not only Urubos you have issue with, you also have issues with Ijaws. Are they part of that you know.
I don't want to say we have problems with the Ijaws.
No, but you are saying you don't want the two
Ijaw man
persons
was
sent by
part
INEC.
of those that took the case to court, the Supreme Court case you are referring to. Now, if an Ijaw man is not the one presiding in executing that judgment, then we have conflict of interest. What is trying to say, of course, the Supreme Court judgment covers the three Warris. The judgment of illegal ward and legal ward covers only Warri South. What the Itsekiris have been saying is, if you want to do delineation in Warri South now, we are not talking of North and Southwest. If you want to do delineation in Warri South, which of the former wards are you delineating? Is it the illegal one that is 12 or the one that has been adjudicated on and declared legal? And INEC has refused to say what they want to do. That's the only problem. We don't have a problem with delineation. Of course, the facts have been there and is always there. We are not afraid. The other day, last week, the people that told you they are ready for delineation, last week here, they went to Escravos, to one of our community, with Antita speedboats and arms to show force, in a show of force, over our land. And of course, Uborodo people has responded that there's nobody that has monopoly of violence. And somebody said on Arise some time ago, I watched the interview, that he doesn't believe in court judgment, that is here is going to do what he likes. And now, I believe what they thought was they will use under the instrument of law of a Supreme Court judgment to annex Itsekiri land illegally. And we will not allow that to happen. It will not happen. Even if the Delta State government supports them, it will not happen because we cannot be conquered by anybody.
Okay.
Is that a threat?
It's not a threat. It's a
Of
statement
war,
of
of
fact.
violence.
It's a statement of fact that we will
Let's
not be conquered. We can never be conquered by any tribe.
For me, we've all lived in peace and harmony across all the tribes. And I think common sense and cool heads should prevail. I think that's the most important thing. I think, Dr. Bat, it's time to wrap up.
Well, okay. We hope there will be peace over this matter in Warri, and INEC will be allowed to do its job according to the law.